Hello everybody, it's Severine.
And Firechild.
And of course, Ronnie Moonborn.
Your favorite.
Nah.
So today we are going to be talking about music and how music plays a big part in our ritual and our everyday witchy lives in general.
And how you would use music. A lot of people will use music to calm themselves down or hype themselves up. The same goes within rituals and practices.
When it comes to music, I love, well, like Ronnie said, I love setting the mood, whenever I'm gonna get to doing something crafty, or when it comes to meditating, I like something, that's going to calm me down to the point where it's so much easier for me to focus on just letting everything here go, and then I can just focus on getting to that other place and just kind of existing there for a little while.
Well, I mean, music, it soothes the soul. Just like a small child, you would play child music to calm them down. I have a niece who has one certain song that she loves, and it will calm her down faster than anything else in the world. She could be screaming and hollering in your arms. Here's that song. Quiet as can be.
Interesting enough, music tends to be found to calm a lot of people down, and different musical styles tend to influence a lot of things too. And if you actually look at chakras, each chakra is represented by a musical note. And I don't have those written down with me today, but if you look it up, it's there. But that's why when you hear people say Om, that's technically one of the chakra notes, and I can't remember which one it is, but they're very associated with specific notes. And a lot of it too is that music, on a more scientific side, causes certain chemicals within your physical body to be released to calm you or to hype you up, or vice versa. Strangely, a lot of people have been found to be calmed by heavy metal music. Something about the percussion in heavy metal music does that.
I can see that somewhat. I don't listen to a lot of heavy metal, so I don't have much experience with that. But the same is true for, ballads aren't necessarily calming if you hear a ballad, because they're very emotional songs. Strings tend to bring out emotions, I've noticed. So if you can listen to something that's using strings, it might help you unlock some hidden emotions that you might have or something like that.
I mean, the way that a string kind of does that vibration effect, it's like a vibrato, but it's a string. I don't know if... See, I don't really know musical instrument terms. I know singing terms, but it does that where the notes kind of jumping back and forth. It kind of makes me think of when you get that in your voice when you're crying. So I could see how that would be.
Well, me and Firechild just love a good cello. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love the three cello lovers.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth. Because for me, it's not just about that vibration that Severine was talking about from a string, but it's with a cello, it just seems to be intensified.
You almost feel it pulsating.
Well, I do, and that's another thing related to the whole topic of vibrations. Each and every living creature, we vibrate at a specific frequency. The earth vibrates at a specific frequency. So a lot of music therapy is used. It can, help you calm your frequency, level it out, help you increase it if it's out of whack. And, to me, it kind of touches us in a way that nothing else does, because like Severine was saying, it gets down to the molecular level. You know, it's not just about, oh, well, you know, I like the way this song sounds, but your body, every fiber of your being is enjoying how it feels, because the vibrations in the air are going to interact with your already vibrating molecules, back to the science, in a way that's, you know, going to affect you on a level that you're going to be actually conscious of. We don't think about the science behind the vibrations and stuff unless that's, you know, kind of your thing. But, you know, we were actually talking right before we started about you being attuned to certain vibrations, like whether it be the shutter click of a camera in Severine's case, or in my case, something that has always vibrated with me in such an amazing way is a drum. Whenever I'm at a powwow or just in the presence of any sort of native drumming, I don't know what it is. I guess, you know, a lot of tribes associate the drum either with a thunder spirit or the heartbeat of Mother Earth. So I feel like, you know, that concept of the heartbeat is soothing in a way that, you know, maybe a lullaby would be, or, you know, my mom rocking me to sleep. The drum does that, and I feel like with each pounding on that drum, I feel like anything that's weighing me down, it's like it just gets blown away. So I feel almost weightless after that experience, just clean.
For me, it tends to be natural sounds, like rain and thunder happening. And I'm not talking about on a recorder, because for some reason, because I've had sleep machines before, and it actually keeps me awake. I think the frequency that the electricity is putting off sends a jive in me that I can't, because I'll hear a TV will be just on a channel no noise are on, but the fact that the TV's on, I hear that signal, that hum. And I mean, I will hear it at the other end of the house. And get up, turn the TV off, and then be like, ugh. But
you're really sensitive, like me.
But the rain, oh, it's just so relaxing, and the sound of the ocean just crashing against the shore. That to me is like a lullaby. I will go to sleep in a heartbeat to that. You would think I'd be a water element, but
yeah, and that speaks to the fact that, once again, we all vibrate differently, so we're all going to be more in tune to different things. And most people probably aren't going to think about how a TV sounds, even if there's no actual audio playing. But if whatever this, you know, extra noise is, you know, kind of clashing with your natural vibrations, that is something that, you know, subconsciously you're going to notice until you figure out, so that's what's been driving me crazy all this time. And then you know. And
it's weird because ASMR is very popular. Am I saying that right?
Yes, ASMR.
Yeah. It's very, very popular. It bothers. I don't like it at all. It does not relax me at all. I'm just like, eh.
I guess it just depends. Like, the thing about ASMR is, like, there's so many different kinds. You might just not have found the one, like, you might not be into this. This might not do it.
No, because that means, like, why aren't we talking quietly? You know, is there a secret about that?
You know, the worst thing listening to ASMR is when the video is super long and you're super into it and a commercial loudly disrupts.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, hey, check out this blog! And I'm like, no, I was in the zone. Why?
I'm like Ronnie, I've never gotten into it yet either. But for me, that's just like putting on Pandora and laying on the couch and being on the edge of sleep when all of a sudden this horrible
Pandora listener.
Yes, oh my goodness. So, you know, jars you back to reality and you're just so upset with life.
Well, you could pay not to have those commercials.
I do love Pandora.
Ain't nobody
I mean, I can
that.
put up with the commercials. I really can, because I find so much interesting music listening to Pandora.
Yes, I love it.
But speaking of, like, personal attunement with stuff, I think the reason I like ASMR is because I really like the subtle, quiet sounds. I like all sorts of sounds, but something that I will say probably bothers me sound-wise is scraping sounds.
Ooh, ooh.
Like
A little bit for me, not a lot.
When we went to the pizza place earlier, like the sound of the fork hitting the plate was bothering me.
Really? That doesn't get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the chalkboard screech sound.
Ooh.
The sound doesn't bother me. It's more like the feeling of like the nails hitting that's what bothers
the thought of it.
Like the feeling that must feel. That's what bothers me.
Because once it gets into my head, I'm feeling this, but the sound and that feeling bother me.
Squeaking chairs I don't like. I'm like, oh, poor floor. I'm so sorry.
I don't like to. One thing that actually physically I feel like this is part of why, like, as much as I love going to concerts and stuff, I'll never be too close to the stage. If the bass is extremely powerful, I feel it in my chest. And it bothers me.
I'm with you because going to, we call them church singings here in the South. Like you're going to a singing, it's a gospel concert basically at your church. But I digress. I've been to some where the bass is way, way too loud. Like I had to go outside.
Well, see the thing too, and this is another like scientific thing. If you've ever been to any sort of location and you've seen that the drums have this sort of like a glass wall between them and the audience, it's because the sound can cause you physical damage to hear it. Because, and I watched a video not too long ago where they talked about a lot of the sounds that are the most damaging, you wouldn't even hear. Like you can't actually.
High pitched sounds.
No, they're lower sounds, like lower than bass sounds, and so you won't hear them, but you will feel them. Certain, and I don't remember what they're called, but it's like decibels. Certain, the lower the decibels are. And the louder the frequency, or whatever. If you got like a, what do they call the thing that they speak into?
Megaphones.
The megaphone, and you had some of those really low frequency sounds in there, you could hurt people. The lower it goes, like I think.
My evil diabolical plan is now afoot.
You could kill people with sound. You don't need a weapon. You could kill people with sound.
Oh my goodness. The ultimate way to get away with murder.
There's actually been military experiments that are documented.
LRAD!
Yeah. Where they, you guys might have heard of some of these. They were trying to find a frequency that could actually, destabilize. I can't talk. Destabilize, opponent forces. One of the unintended consequences was the discovery of what is now known as the brown noise. And it is called the brown noise, in case you didn't know. Because when you were exposed to it, even if you didn't hear it, you would lose control of your bowels. So you would poop your pants.
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah.
So if you don't know about LRAD is a weapon that's basically a giant speaker. And cruise ships use it to deter pirates. And there was one instance in particular, and I've read about, well actually there's been a couple. But
does it go through the ocean or does it?
It's just a sound wave and it shoots across to the boat.
Okay, it doesn't go underwater though?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, because that could be very harmful to the wildlife in the ocean.
No, it just shoots across, the distance. So the pirates have guns, weapons, whatever, they're about to attack the ship, but suddenly the sound comes across and they're all like, they try to cover their ears, but covering your ears isn't stopping the actual vibration of the sound. So the damage is done. So the only way they could really get away from it was to go away.
That being said, sound is a very powerful thing, and then when you put rhythm with that, you can create this powerful thing. For just like, when I'm doing a ritual, depending on the ritual, like, I love tribal sounding pagan songs.
Mm-hmm.
Severine listens to a lot of pagan bands.
Yeah, I do.
There's one called I Am the Firebird.
S.J. Tucker, if you guys want to check her out.
Song's amazing.
She has so many great songs.
But it's... Tribal maybe sounds like the wrong word. Folk sounding, maybe, is that...
Well, I would say tribal folk sound, kind of, sort of.
Well, it's not like it would be played in a small community area. But it just does, it speaks to me and it amps me up. So if I was going to be working with fire, that might be something I'd listen to. Songs about goddesses I would listen to if I'm going to try to work with some goddesses.
There's one also by S.J. Tucker called Witch's Rune that we really like.
Oh, we do love that one.
And it's the same artist. Kellyanna's a really good one too. She has a song about Artemis that we like.
Oh, you let me listen to that recently, I believe.
Yep.
That was a really good song. There's a lot. I'm horrible with names, and I feel bad about it, but... And then, like, there's songs that aren't even Wiccan or pagan, but they just speak to me on that level. Like Amy Lee, lead singer from Evanescence, for those of you who didn't know who she is. Her voice is very mystical sounding to me, and I resonate very well with her voice, and it just puts me in that realm of frame of mind more so, of magic, I guess.
Paint It Black.
Yeah, we love us some Sierra Paint It Black.
Yes, we do.
Her cover of that song, if you need to get in touch with your shadow self,
oh my gosh, yes.
that's a good way to do it.
Don't laugh. This is serious stuff right here.
And personally for me, I really like some of the more goth opera metal groups like Nightwish and Within Temptation. They have very operatic singers, but it also sort of sounds... A lot of times they have sort of story in their songs that are... It's kind of like you're listening to a lullaby.
Well, the lead singer of Within Temptation, she has a very ethereal voice,
Yes.
if I'm using the right word.
Yes.
Ethereal.
Yes. It's beautiful and it sounds almost angelic in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, please don't damage your pipes. Because it sounds like she is a little bit like, for her voice to get so high that it does, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. And that particular album that All I Need is on, she sang that while pregnant with twins. Doesn't that just make you sick?
Severine and I often have sing-alongs whenever we're going on road trips, just the two of us. Well, she's singing, I'm just kind of croaking, you know.
Same here.
You know.
Oh, guys.
Spoken word songs, we're good at that.
Yeah,
we can do that.
you know.
Give us some, Ring of Fire, what's his name?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, give me some Johnny Cash any day.
Into a burning ring of fire.
Exactly, I can do that. No problem. That's not hard.
Yeah.
No, this one here.
Oh, she makes me sick.
You get Celine Dion come on or something like that, and she matching par with them. It makes me sick.
I hate her. I hate her. So can we just take a moment and talk about how both of us hate Severine and her amazing singing voice while the rest of us are just accursed.
I am envious of your talent. I will say that.
She's sick of
Though I don't feel like you shouldn't have it, and I should.
I do. I want it. I'm gonna go all Ursula on you. I can't stand you. But I digress.
We got a sea witch right here, y'all.
I mean, you mad? I mean, maybe. You know, I do get kind of sea witchy sometimes when I'm listening to this chick sing because it's just not fair.
Oh, guys.
If I was a Disney villain in a past life, it would have been Cruella. Because glamorous and just very materialistic. I could see it.
Anita, darling.
I guess I've already pegged myself as Ursula because this other chick over here that annoys us is obviously Ariel.
I can see me being Maleficent in a past life. Why are the best Disney villains women?
Jafar was pretty cool.
Okay, back on topic, y'all. We got off topic hard.
Did you hear him avoid that? He was like, I don't think so.
I digress.
Oh!
Music
So yes, anyway.
is very, like, again, if I need to calm myself, I will listen to softer music.
Speaking back on vocalists though, I don't know, have you ever listened to a song and it just made you cry?
Oh yeah, I've actually got a crying
Goodbye,
playlist.
my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
One of my songs. Oh my goodness,
one.
I'm having a brain fart.
Any sad country song in the world?
It's a Poets of the Fall song. Sleep. I don't think that's the title, but the very first time I heard that song, ironically, I was laying on the couch. I had my Pandora going, and it's like I've vaguely remembered the song. I only caught snatches of it because I was actually like in that weird place between being asleep and being awake, and I just remembered hearing a song about sleeping, and I tried Googling it, just based on the little bit that I could remember, and I just could not figure out what this song was, and maybe a couple of months later, Pandora finally plays it again. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's the song. But that when I actually heard that, the very first time I actually heard that song, I started to cry. There are songs. It's not they make me think of sad things. It's actually an instantaneous reaction. I hear them and I cry.
Well, like, I'm not terribly fond of the artist, but I love this song by her. Did not know the backstory of the song beforehand, but Kesha's song Praying, you could hear the hurt in her voice.
Yeah.
I do consider myself somewhat empathic. So when I heard it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this girl is hurting. And then when she gets that line, and they're just some things only God can forgive, and then she does that, I was crying. I was like, and then my brother's like, she wrote that song about being a rape victim, and I was like, what? And then I'm just like, that was even worse for me every time I hear it.
There's a lot of songs that you find out the meaning for later, and you're like, no, this makes sense. Why this? Like the song "Breathe" by Anna Nolik.
Oh my goodness.
That one's about her going into an abortion clinic.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
But
if we're talking about songs that make me cry, and I know everyone hates the movie, but it's not about the movie, it's about this one song.
Okay, I'm intrigued now.
I dreamed a dream when Anne Hathaway sings.
No, that is such a sad song.
It is.
And you know what? Before getting a little theater mode on this, before I saw Les Mis, I never really thought of the song was a sad song. And then I see Anne Hathaway perform this, and I'm like, oh God. Oh,
You're just like, I cry every single time that I hear the song, and only when she does it, because when
Susan Boyle sang it, it was so uplifting to me.
Yeah, when Susan Boyle sang it, it was so uplifting. It's something, and I think that it was actually one of the only things about the movie I thought was really smart, was because, Anne Hathaway is not really, she's not Celine Dion, she's not Amy Lee or anything like that. And they have a beautiful voice. So she had to really, really sing that song with this deep emotion. And sometimes I think that translates better than having a really pretty voice.
Well, did you know she did that in one take?
Oh my God, that makes me sick.
Yeah.
Oh, don't act like you can just walk into the studio and do that. Shut up, Severine.
No. See, no. That made me go, here's your Oscar, ma'am. As you can see, she won. But anyways, getting back to a song that really gets me sad. And isn't it amazing that when we're depressed, we will find depressing stuff to listen to? It's very unhealthy, I think. Then again, you might need to cry.
I was about to say, that's why I have
one that gets me is Sia's song, Breathe Me.
Oh.
And the line where it starts is like, ouch. When she says ouch. I'm like, be my friend. I'm like, oh baby, I'll be your friend. And then
We'll be besties.
Another one that will do it for me. There's a few. I'm such a crybaby, to be fair.
I am too with certain songs.
It's a Big New World's Say Something.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I wrote this song just to depress you.
These are facts.
Oh,
I'm
now
sorry
that's
that you'll need a tissue.
that's actually on my list too because it's, well, like you said, it's just, oh.
I heard the song first and then I see the music video and I'm like, someone give me, I don't want to live anymore. Non-active suicide is not an answer, guys. Just putting that out there.
Can I have a huge, crate of Kleenexes? I just need to envelop myself in Kleenexes.
Excuse me while I burrow into this hole. And
just...
I think, and I'm gonna quote Gilmore Girls here, but oh well. I think sometimes we need to wallow.
Yep.
I think we do.
No, it's been proven that crying, it cleans out your brain and it cleanses your brain and helps your hormone levels get back to normal. And because I will, if I feel like I've been super stressed out, I make myself cry. I'm probably due for another cry actually because of some stuff, but I digress.
But yeah, I get that completely because I can tell when it's been too long, and then I'm just like, ugh.
I'll just watch The Color Purple.
Oh.
And just cry.
Oh my goodness, that's such a beautiful movie.
My go-to cry film.
We had a moment one night, guys, me and Ronnie, where it was like, let's play something to make us cry.
And then I dream a dream, which we didn't realize that was the song, mind you, okay? It's played to animals getting murdered. Animated animals, so regular animals are cute, but animated?
And not to mention Baby Seal. Baby Seal!
And at the very last screenshot is the seal just giving up and turning its head. That's like...
And then, not only did they do this to themselves, they had the lack of human decency to do this to me! I just come in and I'm like, oh, what's wrong, guys? Who died?
What's true friends for? That's
awful.
But songs can also make me cry out of happiness. Again, referencing The Color Purple. There's a part, for those of you who don't know the movie, spoilers. Though it's been out forever, you should have seen it by now.
For real. Get on.
Come on, guys.
But it's classic cinema, and I think it's one film that is mandatory everyone sees. But the part when they're at the juke joint and Suge can hear her father's church singing, and then she just goes, "Speak, Lord." And then, she goes into church and goes, "See, Daddy, sinners have souls." I'm willing it right now. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, music does it.
It's a beautiful movie.
Music does it. And maybe since not the three of us are not very much water elements, water has a lot to do with emotion and healing. Water's like, here you go, guys.
Well, that's why people take showers. It's like, there's something very de-stressing about a shower.
You guys were talking about the cello and strings. Those are very water element instruments.
But there are music that will make me happy all the time. Anything by the Jackson 5.
Natasha Bedingfield is my happy place.
She is just a rain of sunshine.
I got a pocket full of sunshine.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that song. Yeah.
Take me away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that one.
So I'll specifically speak on a memory attached to that song to make me feel happy. So anyway, I have a really good memory with A Pocket Full of Sunshine. I was in Washington, D.C., and I was outside of the National Archives. Sometimes there's a long line to certain places, and then sometimes there's not. But this particular day, it was a long line. And the sun was out, and, I'm sitting there and chilling, whatever. And this dude is in his car jamming out to A Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Oh.
And he got out of his car and started dancing, radio blasting and everything. And so I just have this wonderful, positive memory from.
Doesn't it just restore your faith in humanity?
It does.
When someone just feels the music that strongly, they're not thinking about, whatever anyone else is thinking of them. Nothing like that is hindering them from enjoying their jam.
When I hear that song, I think of the movie Easy A with Emma Stone. Like, take me away. Her face is so expressionful. It's full of expressions. I love it. I was about to say expressionful.
Expression.
Sure, that's a word.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yep.
And Firechild, they're jealous of my voice, and I'm jealous of the fact that Firechild can do all the pretty dancing.
I don't know. No.
Shut your mouth! I don't even want to hear it.
She lies. No. There's no dancing here.
My
lies.
dancing is two-step. But I can do the pelvic thrust.
That really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again.
See, you see what I have to deal with? They just act up. Then she lies, telling you guys that I dance.
It's.
No.
I seem to recall that Halloween was a very, very fun experience.
I don't know what you're recalling.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember. There's that word again. It'd be the
Here you go.
Anyways.
Per se. Just to make you feel
I just noticed that all my favorite Disney songs are villain songs. And that says something about me. I think that's my dark side wanting to come out a little bit. Because even songs that aren't Disney, like Anastasia's in the Dark of the Night, is the best song in the movie.
I argue Once Upon a December is pretty good.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
There's, if you have seen the movie Fern Gully, some people haven't. It's really the only really song in the movie, but it's Hexus' song, Toxic Love.
Aww.
You need Fern Gully in your life.
I love the song when they're like down in the little
You would.
water.
I already knew what you were talking about.
Oh, shut up, Ronnie. I liked it too. It's okay, Severine.
It's so early 90s.
It is. It totally sounds like a diva ballad. I believe we found a dream that's worth keeping.
I love that scene because Krista's like, no, not for you.
But yeah, there's speaking of Disney, Once Upon a December has always been one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite songs, period, to sing when hopefully no one else is listening, because I don't want anyone else subjected to this.
I've went through some songs that I sang in the shower. Everyone sounds amazing in the shower. There's something about the shower that you're just like, you convince yourself for that 1 second, I'm gonna be the next American Idol because I sound flipping amazing.
No, I don't go that far. I just say, you know what? Today's a good day.
No.
The cats aren't screaming. The dogs aren't howling. Today's a good day.
I'm like, oh, I convinced myself one time in the shower I could be a country music star. Mind y'all, I don't like country music, but I was like,
I do.
I could. The country music fans are so loyal. So I was like, just get that loyalty.
Until you say something against the president or the military or something.
Or anti-religious or...
Yep.
Come on, I'll be the first pagan country music star, y'all. No offense to anyone that likes country music. I grew up with country music. My mom was very big into Shania Twain and Leanne Rimes.
Get your Palo Santo.
Get your Palo Santo, y'all. Let's turn it up now.
Light it on fire.
See? I keep telling you guys, I cannot deal with them.
See, I cannot do that accent and keep a straight face because that's so insincere. And I feel like that's insulting a little bit to the country music fans. It's like, yeah, I have this accent now because, I'm a country music star. Nashville all the way.
I'm mad that you got my panties in a rustle though when you did. It was so deep. It was not normal. I was like, wait a second.
Let me speak in my straight voice. Hey y'all, how you doing?
Woo.
All right. Cease that panty rustling.
Not that gay men can have a deep voice, because gay men can have a deep voice.
But apparently it rustles her jimmies when you do that.
Is that so?
Oh.
right.
Hey, I wish you guys could see the look. Her face is turning so red.
Guess what, guys? I'm doing this voice from now on. The rest of the video.
Please don't. She can't speak.
Nationwide is on your.
This is how you decided to get your Ursula on. Ronnie's country singing voice is your freaking shell.
Are you mad? Are you mad?
What hurts the most?
Oh.
That's another cry song.
Oh yes, it is. That and oh God, what is the song?
Don't take the
No, or was it
Concrete Angel?
Scars? And I'm so upset that I cannot remember the name of this song, but it's about a little girl who has cancer.
Let's just
Skin. I'm so sorry. Skin. It's called Skin. Oh God, to me, it's a beautiful song, and it's like there's songs that they'll resonate with you because of the subject matter, or the vibration. That's just one. Ever since I heard it, has always resonated with me. I think it's an absolutely beautiful song.
So I don't like country music.
I guarantee you there's a few country songs you like.
There's a few, and they're really good, but Rascal Flatts is not my jam.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Oh, Shania Twain Shania Twain's always good.
Anytime, all the time.
All the time.
Now, I don't even know if this person's a country music song. I don't even know the name of the artist because this kiss.
Yes, Faith Hill is very country.
That is Faith Hill? Yes. In the unlikely event that you are watching this Faith Hill, I apologize. Sincerely.
Because Faith Hill is gonna watch our...
I said in the unlikely event. Come on, Severine, don't make me act up now.
Faith Hill's gonna comment and be like, I like Palo Santo too.
But anyway,
you see, she doesn't like Palo Santo.
Oh, how are we going to talk about music and not talk about Stevie Nicks?
Oh yeah.
I don't think she's a witch, but I do feel like a lot of her music is very witchy.
I don't know if she is.
That's not my business.
It's not my business, but
if you want to share,
Stevie Nicks comments and says, well, about that Palo Santo.
oh my God! See, apparently we cannot get through a video without a running gag somewhere. I told you these guys are terrible. This is what I deal with. Welcome to my life.
But I mean, her look is very witchy. But her music. Oh, there's just something about her music that does put me in that trance type of thing. Her twirl doesn't help. I mean, I see her do the twirl and I'm like, yes, feel that magic happen.
She does have a very bohemian look, which is, I mean, like, it is a very witchy kind of...
Which is?
Which is which? Palo Santo, apparently.
Okay, disclaimer right now, which should have happened at the beginning of this video. All of us, all three of us, because I was about to say all 8 of us.
All 8 of us?
There's some other entities here apparently, but the 3 of us here
talking to y'all
have maybe had a combined 10 hours of sleep total.
Maybe.
I think poor Firechild's had the least amount.
I think we're doing pretty good. We are boosting the sale of Palo Santo. Congrats, Witchy Shops.
Hey, if we ever... Our band name is Palo Santo.
Oh my God, we have to have a Spanish guitar because it just sounds right with the name Palo Santo.
Why is the wall too far away for me to bang my head against it right now?
I mean...
I'll let you play the tambourine.
Ooh, I like tambourines. Okay.
Well, like I said, me and Firechild are going to have to learn to play instruments because we ain't about to sing.
Yes, you are. You're going to open the song up. You're going to be like the introductionary voice.
I'm going to sing like this.
Oh, God.
Severine, I don't know if she smoked something funky on these particular days, but she has made comments to the effect of, something, about my voice, and I'm just like, what? What you high on, girl?
She
and
thinks
where's mine?
she thinks she doesn't have a good voice.
Well, it does sound like a dead mule. I'm kidding.
Damn!
I'm kidding. I would never say that and mean it. I hate my voice. I truly do hate my voice.
Me too.
Can we slit the throat her now?
Well, like, I'm used to my voice, so it's kind of like when I hear it, it's not as special
Oh, shut up.
to me.
I hear my voice and I'm like, oh my god, shut him up, please.
Throw him into a burning ring of fire.
Well, I mean, I'm glad he's not the only one that has thoughts like this, because every time I listen to our recordings after the fact, I'm like, ugh.
Fun note about recording. Because of the vibrations and because your voice is coming from your body, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, cat, dog, person, whatever.
Cat, dog.
Yeah, maybe
I was
you're a
waiting
cat.
for it. I stopped myself from doing it, and I was just like,
Mind meld.
yeah.
So anyway, whoever you are, the voice that you hear coming out of you when you speak is not how it sounds to everybody else. If you listen to yourself recorded, that's how you sound to everybody else.
Well,
I feel so sorry for you guys, because you guys are not hearing what my throat sound like when they reach my ear holes. So you guys are hearing something so terrible, and I'm so sorry for you.
I just
guys.
want to sound like Josh Groban. I mean, is that so much to ask?
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody wants to sound like Josh.
Oh, shut up!
No.
In your beautiful voice, you don't need.
The almighty spirits above and below knew what they were doing by not giving me the gift of song, because I would never shut up. I already talk a lot for a person who can't sing.
We're very musical anyway, in case you guys haven't picked that up. We sing all the time. We'll say something and it'll make one of us think of a song.
In my high school years, I was obsessed with the movie Grease.
Yeah, never got into it.
And I hate it now. I literally can't watch that movie. It makes me cry because I watched it so much growing up. I was like, no. But also I hear, Grease is the word. And I know all the lyrics and will go along with it. The only song in Grease I truly do hate is Grease Lightning, by the way.
We go together.
Like
Ram-a-lam-a-lam-a-ka-ding-a-ding-a-dong.
and we just lost 100 viewers.
Like shoo-bop, shoo-wada-wada, yippity-boom-de-boom. Ching, ching, okay.
Disapproving Kalimba disapproves.
That's another reason why I think I tend to like musicals or songs that are out of my range, because I ain't about to try. So I'm less likely to embarrass myself, because you're not going to catch me singing Defying Gravity, because, nah.
If you ever see Severine, walk in the door and her ears are bleeding, I was probably attempting singing Nightwish again.
Oh, my ears don't bleed.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah,
No.
she curls up in a little ball and cries. I don't know why she lets me, because there's certain songs she knows when she puts them on in the car, I'm going to start singing. I know I shouldn't. I shouldn't subject any human being that is decent to that, but...
Speaking of songs that always get us, I can't believe we didn't mention it, but Overhaza. Anything.
I think that's more so you two than it is me.
If you don't know who that is, OFRA space HAZA. Put it in your YouTube search.
Please
and
do it now.
Look it up.
Or after the video, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Well, after, make sure you listen to this video first. But after.
Hey, I ain't gonna be mad if she is like our new soundtrack going in the background.
I mean, for those of you that don't know, she played Moses' mother in The Prince of Egypt. and sang that beautiful song.
Yeah.
She's gone far too soon.
Yeah, she passed away on my birthday in 2000.
Oh.
And to make you to just talk about how iconic that voice is, she sang that song in 17 other languages because they were like, no one else can sing this song. No one else can do this justice.
That's like hearing someone else try to do a cover of My Heart Will Go On. Just know.
What? That happens?
That's like, and this is gonna sound a little, but
Oh God.
I only like one version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and that's the original version of
Judy
Somewhere.
Garland's version is the only one for me too.
I mean, the ukulele one is cute. Don't get me wrong.
It's cute. That's what I call it.
But it's like cute attempts. But I mean, like
that sounds.
I enjoy it, but I will only love.
Can that man sing with Judy Garland? Be honest with yourself.
It's a different kind of feeling.
Uh-huh. You hear her trying to Miss America.
You got a nerve.
But I mean, there are people who have such iconic voices, and she was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a song that will trigger memories for a lot of people, because for a lot of children, The Wizard of Oz is the very first movie they see, or at least can remember watching, because it's a very family-friendly film, and it's such an iconic film.
And I don't think anybody else can compete with that or her version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Like,
I've heard nice versions of that song,
yeah.
but hers is my favorite.
Yeah. She's got this...
Funny enough, that movie has nothing to do with Christmas.
So I guess, we know where their vibes lie. But, well, you might have been wondering, okay, well, this is a music video. So we have a kalimba that belongs to Severine. She's actually played it in some rituals. And then I have my singing bowl out because... Well, I won't say this for all singing bowls, but I can actually remember the very first time I ever heard a singing bowl. I didn't know what it was. I was, just walking through, what would you call it? Not necessarily a pagan store, but, where you can find things of that nature.
Metaphysical?
Yeah, there you go.
Or just an eclectic store.
And I was actually thinking eclectic. But yeah, I was walking through an eclectic store, and I feel something. I didn't hear it, I felt it. And, I just felt myself being pulled in this direction. And I see, this magical thing, and I was like, what is it? Not necessarily like that, because I probably would have creeped some people out. But the lady who was playing it, told me about, the singing bowls and a little bit about the origin. And she invited me to try to play. I failed miserably. But I love listening to them. And there are certain, what would you call it? Not pitches. What is it that they...
Notes?
Yeah, certain singing bowls, that are attuned to certain notes, and oh my goodness, I remember one instance, well, at that first time that I heard it, my knees got so weak, I thought I was going to fall over, and she just happened to stop, and I was just like, oh my goodness. So that's probably when I learned that vibrations can actually be a thing for me.
And guys, if those of you who have experience with singing bowls, try to hear a crystal one.
Oh God.
Because it is so intense and just...
I keep saying I'm going to find one of these places where they let you lay on the table surrounded by like 20 different singing bowls, and they just play them, and you just have this amazing uplifting experience outside of your headspace, and I really want to.
An instrument that I truly love, and the only way I'll ever get it is if I become a millionaire, is a steel tongue drum. It makes this otherworldly sound to me that I just love, and it puts me in this little jiggy mood, I guess. Oh, I love how it sounds.
I like it too.
Well, you could also make your own, and it wouldn't be as expensive, but you'd have to know a little bit about.
Exactly, I'm
A
like,
lot of bit about, you mean?
she wants me to start working with steel. I'm pretty sure some welding's involved in that.
Yeah,
and-
there's
You know, you have to know about how, you know, different pitches and
I
how
just
to
see,
tune.
I just
it.
see this massive explosion happening.
Michael Bay.
That's not how. Anyway,
I just,
the only time I ever did welding, I just remembered catching on fire.
that's what I mean. I'm just like, I'm not with, like, I'm not very attuned with Hephaestus, so.
I was going to say, come on now, it wasn't that big a fire. I actually was there.
But it was scary.
I just feel like I would leave after the event looking like Charlie Brown, 3 little hairs. That's all that would be left.
Oh my goodness. But
So I forget what I was saying.
This was about music, guys. It really was.
yeah, you know, and I'm sure that all of you guys have your own feelings about music, different styles, different instruments, what you use music for. So, you know, we'd love to hear more about how you interact with music in your day-to-day, in ritual, in interactions with other people. You know, how do you kind of, well, I guess, put a soundtrack to your life?
Oh my goodness, that did make me think of something. Parasail.
She has this beta fish, y'all. He is a drag queen beta fish, I truly believe.
It's true.
The first time we were bringing him home, we had Ofra Haza playing in the car, and the drums were just like doo-dum, dum, 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 doo-dum, dum, dum. And he was just like, his fins were going to town.
he was feeling it. So
He was dancing
the whole way. I think the whole way home from that trip, we were listening to Ofra Haza, and he was just jamming out, guys. And I'll walk into the room, and Severine's got music playing, and he's just dancing. He's just feeling it. And the other 2 betta fish are like, man, whatever. Ain't nobody got time for that.
They have 2 bougie beta fish, and then there's one beta fish that's in love with life.
He's
Yes.
such a beautiful little soul. He glows.
He loves people, first of all. He's just like, Percy!
I come in the door, and it's like a dog or a cat. He's greeting me. He's over at the edge of the tank.
He's an elephant beta, is that what they're called?
A Dumbo beta.
Dumbo. Well, Dumbo, elephant, I mean...
A half moon Dumbo beta fish.
All kinds of titles here.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
thinks he's fancy.
but yeah, he's so excited about life, and the other 2, they couldn't care less if you were in the room.
But the reason he says that he's cool with people too is that I literally stuck my finger in there one day, and he let me pet him. It was just like, okay, cool. It wasn't a long thing. It was just,
Oh, my love.
oh,
My...
Unchained Melody. Ooh, that's another one.
A song that gets everyone's nether regions a little hot and bothered.
makes me cry.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't get bothered. I just
Well, and I'll tell you guys why. So, when my grandfather passed, my mom and my dad, because I work in graphics and stuff, they asked me if I could put together a slideshow, and I said, yeah, sure. So, I'm working on it, and while I'm working on it, they asked me to put Unchained Melody in there. And,
Was it a PowerPoint presentation thing?
it was like a video PowerPoint thing, but there's like this part in the song where he says, I Need Your Love or whatever, and it was just like, it's when it gets that really emotional sound in his voice.
Godspeed your love.
Yes, and it just, I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, I hadn't really, like, I just put the pictures in there, but the slide changed over and it was this photo of my grandfather just
So you
looking
associate
at
it,
my
yeah.
grandmother lovingly.
Aww.
That actually reminded me of another song that gets me. It's the song Almost Home. Oh my goodness.
Don't know that one.
You know, it's well, probably because it's a country song. But you know, and for anybody who's heard it, I don't know if you have any personal associations, but I think about family members that I've lost, and it you know, that's kind of what I think about. They walk on, and you know, they're reunited, and then sometimes, you know, when you're dreaming, you see them, you feel them, and in your dream, unless you're a very lucid dreamer, it's like they're still there. That's how it feels. But then when you wake up, you know, you realize, you know, they're not actually, you know, here like that anymore. But yeah, that's
I
another
don't have
one.
any songs I associate with people, I think, like that. I just have songs that I love. Again, my favorite song from Hunchback of Notre Dame is Hellfire. A villain song. But there's this girl on YouTube. Her name is Anna. Just YouTube Hellfire Anna and you'll find her. Girl sings this song and I'm just like, oh, take me now. Like if I were Esmeralda, I'd be like, alright.
Oh my goodness.
Quasimo don't. That's not nice.
No, it was not.
I don't take it back. But that was
I
not.
suppose you will never see heaven's light for that one.
I've got a castle in hell at this point.
I thought you were about to say, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
They all standing in the row, bum bum bum. Yeah.
A song about titties in a Disney movie.
Is that what it is?
Big one, small one, some as big as your
Not
head.
necessarily.
It's about titties.
My childhood.
Aww.
She's just shattering my
See, isn't
childhood.
she terrible? She's trying to. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her.
It's about titties, guys.
It is not.
It's about titties.
It is. Coconuts come in all
Look,
sizes.
look. Don't mess with the Lion King. Point.
True that. True that.
I'm very defensive of that movie. I love The Lion King. And there's some people like, yeah, I don't watch it because I'm not a kid. I'm like, giving you the bird in my head right now because I will watch that movie.
Disney movies are always relevant, guys.
Except Frozen, that can burn in hell. What?
I like that movie.
Big Hero 6 is better.
Not disagreeing, but Frozen was good. I liked Frozen.
It lacked depth.
You like death.
Oh, I know I'm shallow.
I'm glad you do. I'm glad we have finally cleared the air.
That's why he has to emote through song.
But so tell us about your musical pets. Tell us about
Your music interests as far as rituals, everyday life, something you have to cry to.
yes. I feel like, you know, everybody needs something that makes them cry because, like Ronnie said, it's a very healing thing.
Do you have an anthem, something that gets you pumped and going?
Lately, mine has been from the movie The Greatest Showman. It's This Is
Oh
Me.
my god, yes. Oh.
Such a powerful song.
Oh yeah. So yeah, share your anthem with us. You know, hit us up. We love your comments. We love, you know, dialogue because I feel like, you know, this exchange really helps us all kind of explore music in a way we hadn't thought about. So yeah.
Basically, she's saying, We are the world. We are the children.
Well, we are. I feel that. You know, I mean, it might sound cheesy, but you know, in this, that's how I feel we should be. You know, reaching out and just sharing and stuff.
Come together right now.
Oh, Ronnie.
Oh my goodness, you guys are such beautiful human beings. Anyway, we will leave it at that. Thank you so much for, you know, just dumping like what, an hour of your time with us.
Many loves and all the blessings towards you all.
Merry part.
Mary Pie.
What with that moon?
Total eclipse of the moon.
I'm gonna press a button. Nothing happened.